Alrighty guys, we're back on some JJK Phantom Parade in 4 days time. We are going to get the live stream for the 1.5 year anniversary. That is right, things are going to get very interesting, you know, speculations are all over the place with the most recent short teaser video that we got, kind of showing off Teen Ghetto as well as Teen Shoko, of course, and so a lot of us have now leaned towards the speculations of a rerun, a V2, with the hint of a new Shoko, teen version of her, to release during the half anniversary. Do I think that's going to be the case? Hopefully not. It could very well be recollection artwork, who knows? Alright, that's kind of what I'm leaning towards to say. I just feel like with the anniversary, we've been through the whole teen version, and when it comes to Teen Shoko, of course, I mean, I wouldn't be opposed, because Shoko, in terms of with how they introduced the SSR variant of her, being the yellow support, is a damn good support. So that being said, yeah, I wouldn't be opposed of a teen version, but I just wouldn't want it to be in as a anniversary character, taking that anniversary slot. Wouldn't want that, but only time will tell, only time will tell. Now we do have a little bit of info to kind of go off from what's going to be happening during the half anniversary, of course. So yeah, as per usual, obviously global, you guys are near enough coming to the end, obviously after the movie, the Sukuna drops, and that will be the half ANNI done for global, and then obviously JP will pick up. Smart on the developers end on prolonging things, because of course if they dropped everything for JP, then people would be like, oh wait, this character's better, time to save. Yeah, so that's kind of why JP's kind of waiting a little bit longer, kind of waiting for global to get all the characters releasing and whatnot, so that way people spend. I guarantee you something crazy is going to happen, surely. I've got a feeling, that's all. But just to give you guys a bit of a rundown, as per usual, there are going to be 3 multis, yeah, 3 multi per day basically. So obviously how global had it, as you saw beforehand, yeah, so they're continuing it on. But if you look at the characters, Blue Nanami, more importantly Yellow Yaga in the midst. Now I don't know if this is going to be the cutoff point, because if it is the cutoff point to where these, so that way you can get characters onwards up until Blue Nanami and Yellow Yaga, that then includes the previous half anniversary characters in the mix, because obviously Yaga and this Blue Nanami dropped after, right? So yeah, this free multi could be something pretty awesome in terms of the lineup of characters that they got in here. Also keep in mind, the general pool still needs to be updated. They could very well do so, because I believe from what from what was said last time, I think the developers are like scheduling it to update it every 6 months or something like that in terms of the general pool. So this could potentially solidify to say that the general pool is going to be updated, so the next batch of characters, which could very well include the previous half anniversary, be added into the general pool. So there's that. And yeah, the 2 boys in question who might have a V2, I've got my thoughts to say on why I don't want a V2 of these boys, but there's the logo for the 1.5 year anniversary. I am super excited to see on what that's going to be like. So yeah, that is yeah, exciting time. So yeah, pretty much what this says is that it's going to be a countdown. So there's going to be some login bonuses and whatnot. And I think this is the friendship campaign where you get 3,000 cubes. So there is that. And so that's the little bit as far as we know, of course. So 3 multis per usual. Countdown, 3 cubes, friendship cubes, and the previous anniversaries will make their way in a rerun. I guarantee you they'll probably throw them into the 3 multis, and I just feel like they're going to just add them into the general pool. Surely. If Teen Shoko is being shown within that teaser, come on now. They're definitely going to be making their way in, but I don't think, are we going to get a V2 version? Now the reason why I'm very skeptical on why I don't think we need them right now, outside of getting Teen Shoko, of course, when it comes to the boys themselves, honestly, they're still disgustingly good to this day. You know, this Gojo is still one of the best DPS units in the game. People still do favor him as like the #1 best yellow DPS. He is more catered and sought after in terms of being utilized the most in the higher difficulty content. The green Ghetto is an amazing and he's got damage himself, but he's an amazing debuffing type character, of course. So, and I mean, told you he's just an absolute demon slayer when it comes to the Reddit DPS physical. So like these boys being half anniversary, like 0.5 year anniversary, a year later, they are still holding their own to this day. #1 slots, right? They are holding their own. If anything, they should really, you know, do something else for the half year anniversary, being the 1.5 year anniversary. You know, save Teen Shoko for a later. I mean, if they want to do Teen Shoko as like a filler, or maybe in the anniversary, in the midst of other characters, then I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. But I think what they should do in terms of these boys, because they're still broken to this day and they're still doing what they're designed to do, and still being able to be utilized in the more difficult, newer stages, give them the SP, get them unlocked. You know, there's things in this game in place to where you can add more to the character, improve them. Hell, we've seen it with the movie characters. You guys have seen how Yuta has come along with the Ghetto in terms of the movie units, of course. Obviously, Global has the opportunity to re-get them now, if you missed out on getting them, right? Because they're going to be making their return. You do get a free multi, FYI, if you guys weren't aware on the Global side of things when it comes to the movie banner rerun. So, seeing how those boys turn out, you know, a year later they got their touch-up. A year later, we're now here at the half-year anniversary. It only seems fitting. That could actually be the case. Wait, I just realized. That could be the case. Teen Shoko could actually be maybe part 1, and then there being a rerun for the boys themselves, because they're about to get a buff, an insane buff. And I say insane, it's because they're still damn good to this day. So like realistically, they don't need it, but I feel like we should just get it, just for the heck of it. I'm down to make these characters, to make these boys even more broken. So that could be a thing. And then that could then lead into additional characters for the half-year anniversary being from the Shibuya arc, which is what most are hoping for. I'm just hoping for my boy Reanimated Toji to come along. That's what I'm hoping for. God please. But that could actually be the case. That could be the case. I'm telling you right now, that first teaser that the developers dropped just kind of shifted everything. Like that could be the biggest troll, or for me personally, it'll be a slight disappointment if that is the case in terms of them kind of going back and doing like a team version, V2 version, of course. But right now, that's just, yeah, that teaser, it's smart on the developers' end, because it's just like, if that isn't the anniversary, then damn, they got your boy. Well, they got a lot of the community, should I say, because a lot of us are kind of predicting to say that is probably going to be the case for the anniversary. But again, we're leaning towards the Shibuya arc. I'm praying, so hopefully the live stream does not disappoint in terms of announcing the first half anniversary character, of course, which might be Teen Shoko. If I'm being real, I guarantee you, I'm going to call it right now. I reckon they're going to announce Teen Shoko. She's going to be a crazy support for an element that's not yellow typing, because you know Shoko's already running it there, and then they'll do some insane buff for the anniversary boys. Although Toji wasn't shown, so what if they buff up? Okay, this is going to be an insane prediction, but I'm going to end it with this. Teen Shoko gets announced. Previous anniversary, Ghetto and Gojo get a buff. And then the second part to the half-year anniversary, we get Reanimated Toji with this Toji getting a buff. That might be a long shot, but like imagine. I mean, they can also add more to the whole Reanimated. I mean, yeah, they could technically add more for the whole Toji Reanimated if they want to bring like a different variant of Itadori as well as Fujigoro, of course, into the mix. That's also doable. That's also doable. But that is it's a long shot, but it could very well be the shot. That's what I'm going with, boys.